So what's it going to mean for Canadians? Here are some of the real effects. It impacts variable rate mortgages, the cost of loans, as well as credit card debt. All of that will be affected. And of course, the higher interest rates go, the more of an effect it will have on these areas. Let's bring in personal finance editor Kelley Keehn. Kelley, good to have you with us here. Bottom line, what do you think it's going to mean now in terms of people watching, trying to make sense of it? What's the first thing they're going to notice?
Yeah, great to be with you, Todd. Such an important subject. I mean, certainly if you've been sitting in a variable rate mortgage, you've already felt the impact of this, and this is going to sting even more. Here's what I want people to really, your viewers, to think about or to discover, I guess. A lot of people aren't pulling out their mortgage documents regularly. I get it. You're probably not even hopping online to see, but I really would encourage you to do that because a lot of people I'm talking to across Canada, they don't really realize that they have a hybrid mortgage. And this may be your situation where, you went into the bank, you locked into a 5-year fixed a number of years ago, and either at the time or later to do a renovation or something of that sort, you actually have a part and it could be a large part, that's a HELOC, a home equity line of credit. So you might be thinking you're fixed, but you may actually, in fact, have a large part of your mortgage that is variable and is susceptible to these rate hike increases.
What would your advice be for people when it comes to a mortgage? Let's say they are coming up to renew or they may want to make a change. Bluntly, what do you think?
Well, I mean, this is really where the rubber hits the road for a lot of people because historically, staying variable makes so much sense. But if you are starting to lose some sleep at night, if you're starting to worry that, look, like you said at the top of this segment, we're still sitting at historically low interest rates, does it make sense for you and your family to lock in? Do you have that wiggle room? Todd, I've heard you talk so many times about so many surveys that Canadians are $200 away from not being able to pay their bills. So if we hear today that there's this, this large increase as it was announced this morning, Tiff Macklem from the Bank of Canada said that they are prepared to act with more force. They're going to be more forceful in the future to bring inflation under control. So that means more interest rate increases. Can you weather that storm?
Yeah, what is your read on what we're going to see? I mean, I'm hearing predictions it could double from what it is right now, up to 3% or higher.
Well, and he said today that, nothing is off the table, that it's unlikely, but there could be even a possibility of as much as 0.75% increase. So now we're talking, hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars more per year. And yes, if you have a fixed term mortgage that's coming due in the near future, this may mean a huge overhaul of your budget. So not doom and gloom here, but this is an important time to really batten down the hatches. The financial thunderstorm is happening. So instead of just staying in that apathetic mode, this is the time to really be proactive. Like I said, dig into that mortgage, figure out what you've got, talk to your banker, your mortgage broker, and then now is a really good time to look at your finances, how you can bring in more income, because interest rates increasing, inflation increasing, every single day seems to get more expensive for us.
There are positive impacts, of course, of an interest rate hike. It tries to tame inflation, which ultimately does benefit everybody.
Well, and that's the thing, Todd, is it can help with inflation domestically, but not globally. Like, there's so many crises with the Russian-Ukrainian crisis, with energy, with everything that's going on globally, with China and their lockdowns, with COVID. It just makes everything more expensive. And when we talk about these numbers, David mentioned 6.8% is inflation. I don't think any of your viewers would put their hand up saying, yeah, that sounds about accurate. We're feeling 20, 30, 40% when going out to eat, trying to book a vacation for your family, filling up the car, going grocery shopping. So what Canadians are actually feeling is so much different. And yes, this helps to curb inflation here, hopefully soon. It doesn't do anything globally, and we know that we're global citizens.
We certainly are. Kelley, good to have you part of the conversation.
Always great to be with you. Thanks, Todd.